internet friend. What do you do?
Oh, I mostly stalk influencers to try and get invites to their summer homes.
I mean, we worked on that dance for months.
Like
it
daily.
feels like Jen was like, all right, I'm taking control. Every time we have like a 5-minute break
Yes.
between setups, we're going through the routine. So we it was pretty strenuous. Yeah, we had only a few days with the choreographer, but Jen is a dancer and grew up doing dance, and she still dances, and she knew all the beats, and so she was really the instructor.
I loved watching that scene back. It was such an intense, maybe like surprisingly intense scene to shoot. Jen was incredible. She like really moved us. And I think like we've gotten, there's so much unsaid this weekend. There's so much Jen putting up boundaries, or I should say Hollis putting up boundaries and not wanting to talk about things. And this is like, she finally lets it out. And I think her friends are just there to help, like literally pick up pieces. We're there for her to kind of like whatever she needs. Yes, we're gonna help her with the messy pizza. And
I think we all want her to have a cathartic
Exactly.
moment. We want her to have this release. This is kind of why we're there, to help kind of steer her through a highly emotional experience.
I mean, it's kind of crazy that she comes this weekend, let's face it. Gigi's a bit nuts. I think she's drawn to Hollis. She's curious. She obviously feels a lot of guilt. And then when she gets there, she's seesawing between wanting to just get everything off her chest and then being terrified too. And then she also meets this amazing group of women who, she hasn't had close female friendships before, and I think she really is longing for that, and she genuinely really cares about Hollis and Hollis's friends. So she's torn.
Well, that was one of the things I loved about the book. That's very much from the book. I mean, one of the big themes of the book is forgiveness and meeting people where they're at and having empathy for everyone regardless of their situation. And I'm a sap. I mean, I just like see the goodness in people all the time. And so I was really drawn to that part of the book, and I wanted to just continue to explore that in the show and challenge an audience to have empathy for her. So I'm so glad you did. That makes me feel happy because that was absolutely my goal. And I think, once Minky got involved and Gemma, we spent a lot of time talking to Gemma about this exact thing. It's something that Gemma cared a lot about too. And Minky was able to it's so nice to have that triangle of director, writer, actor to explore all of that.
Yeah. I mean, I think Becca and I are very simpatico. We have very similar understandings of what makes us tick and and how we see humans in the world. And I think we both felt that there's no such thing as an evil or bad person. There are so many.
It's not in this show.
But there's sociopaths and various, they're pure evil. But generally speaking, there's different shades to everything and everybody. So it was really important to us that Gigi wasn't just, as you say, that moustache twirling person. And I think there was a beautiful moment that I think came through conversations with Gemma herself, where Becca wrote a scene that John Mark says to her in the kitchen, I know you loved him, but you did a bad thing. So he was voicing what maybe some of the audiences are feeling, and it's not clear cut. It's not you're a bad person because you had an affair. You're a bad person, but you loved him. There was something genuine between the two of you, and I think that was really important to make sure that we covered in that story.
And it's a more interesting story to me. I think stories are more compelling when there's no one answer, when it's a little less clear cut in terms of the morality. It's a more interesting story to me.
Funny, Jen and I used to joke that actually it's almost like a bit of a love story between Hollis and Gigi, the series. Like, I think they really have a connection with each other, and there's that funny thing of, they bonded so quickly because there are things you can say to a stranger that you just can't say to your closest friends or your loved ones. So they have this immediate intimacy and frankness, and obviously there are big secrets, just a few, but they're really drawn to each other, and I like to think that by the end they've come to a place of relative peace.
I think there was something about like being with other women that, you know, women that she hadn't sort of like spent every day with, these new women that she you know, kind of idolizes, and all of them being so cool with who they were. And when little bits of Brooke's real personality came out, it's almost like they accepted her more than when her fake personality came out. So I think she started to feel like who she is okay. So there was like a, you know, like a welcoming from these women.
It's not necessarily the story of, oh, Hollis should have ended up with him, right? It's more like a story of second chances and just going with your life as your life evolves, and just this idea that you change as you go throughout life, and that there's still people that stay with you. So, but it's bittersweet, because there was still love with her husband too, and if she hadn't met her husband, she wouldn't have her daughter. And that's life.
But I love this idea that a teenage friendship is rekindled, and that the reasons that they split up weren't really strong enough reasons for the split, and that it is back to second chances. And I think there's such an electricity between the two of them that is undeniable, that you just are rooting for them. And there's something, you know, that Gen G brings to it, where she does struggle with the loss of Matthew while also having this second chance. And I think that wave that she rides through the show is really beautiful.
Yeah. For Brooke, she's ending a marriage. She has to figure out how to, you know, like raise her kids with like co-parenting, and also has discovered this completely new side of her that I think she's going to explore, and which I'm so excited for her about. You know, that's like, this is huge to do at this stage in her life.
I think Tatum is obviously dealing with, you know, a health scare, and so she's going to have to navigate that. And it's lucky for her that she has, you know, this really incredible husband and a strong bond with her family, and now with her friends, and she's back with Hollis. But I think that she has become much more open-minded. I can kind of see her getting like a big travel bug and like wanting to get off the island and go places that maybe she'd been afraid of before, and, you know, discovering the world outside of her own little microcosm.
Yeah, Gigi, I would say she's been grieving and she's had these secrets, and I feel like by the end of the series she has taken a step forward, and whatever that means for what's next in her life. I don't know, I feel like she's still longing for connection. Yeah. I think she would love to see the girls again. I don't know how. Somewhere. Maybe like a little reunion in the south of France.
Yeah.
Italy, maybe.
These women are gonna be friends going forward, and they're going to discover new friendships within them. I think like Brooke and Duran are gonna develop a new friendship. I think Hollis and Tatum are gonna start being in each other's lives in a more day-to-day basis, and that could be really cool to explore.
Yeah, I mean, I think what was lovely is they all came into this weekend vying for Hollis's undivided attention.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, they were able to be at peace with the idea that they can share Hollis and actually create new friendships in the process. And who knows where Becca's going to go from here.
It actually happened with 3 of my bridesmaids. Not had become friends, and it was 10 years ago, and the 3 of them have their own friendship now.
Wow.
Yeah, just really
You
cool.
jealous?
You know what? I'm happy because I should be, right? I should be. It's like, you guys are talking about me. This is why. But I actually think that's interesting to explore going forward.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you know things about Duran that I don't know? Am I a bad friend? It's all very interesting.
Yeah.